Alright, welcome back. I hope you're not just joining us because we've had some fantastic games today. And this series has been no exception. I gotta tell you, we might talk about that Lingal in a little bit negatively, but I thought it was a great choice out of Byul. And we'll see if it says keep it up for this game or change it up. But guys, we had a sub just before the map intro. Dally-Cat, welcome to the family. And Higo also coming back. Higo, long-time viewer, but hasn't been around for quite some time. Nice to see you, man. Alright, getting back into this though. Spawning the top left corner of the map from Incredible Miracle, the Blue Zerg player, Byul.
The bottom right, as the red Protoss, it is Samsung Galaxy's Stork.
So someone had approached me about trying to write some fan fiction about our tournament, not like gross weird stuff, but like just stories for each of why they're here. And I thought it was kind of a cool idea. One of the ones that was suggested was Byul is competing for the money to save his team. It was kind of like this story akin to like a dying grandma, and he was trying to get the medicine to save her, but instead like he's trying to save Incredible Miracle by winning this tournament. I thought it was kind of hilarious. We've seen so many funny Byul related things too. Like you linked me the Wrecking Byul thing someone done with the Miley Cyrus video.
Yeah, I was afraid that Byul would like kind of take it like offensively, so I deleted him from the they deleted his mention.
Yeah, no, it's funny because who was it? Todd actually had pointed out the whole Wrecking Byul thing, and for those who didn't see, Byul responded with like, "Wait, why am I Wrecking Byul?" Question mark.
Yeah, and I think if I just showed the picture, because originally it was just a picture. I even saw like the old Reddit thread, but it wasn't, the image still wasn't there. I think it would have been okay, but considering like it was the entire like
video
30-40 second clip where she was like naked half the time, I was like, maybe not.
Tell you what, it gave me the weirdest. You know what? Never mind. We'll stop right there. But Stork this time, he's gonna have a wall he can actually work with. This map, King Stage Junk Station. Okay, it's still a little bit wider than most, but at least it's doable. Huge problems in game number 1 with that Ling attack. I don't imagine we'll see a complete mimic of it, but he, once again, Life and Byul are both players who make great use of Lings.
Yeah. I really, is Stork the only person who's allowed Foxtrot? Maybe there was another series that had Foxtrot.
I think there was one. Somebody told me we actually did one in Group C, but at that point my brain was so frazzled, so I didn't really recollect it.
What the heck was in Group C?
Solar, TLO, Hearthstone.
Was that MMA?
No, MMA was Group D, man. I remember that because my heart broke. But MMA.
Oh, right, you're right. Yeah. Well, anyways, it seems like Stork, you know, at the very least, is the one who has chosen not to veto it the most. Question mark? Because it's happened twice. It just seems so odd, especially as a Protoss. Like maybe Tan can get away with it.
Well, let's not forget. I mean, Stork. We can't really discount him for weird decisions like this because he did just 2-0 out of his group for GSL like nobody's business.
No problem, but that didn't have Foxtrot in the map pool.
What was cool about this too, by the way, guys, I had expressed concern with Stork, like, hey man, like I know you want to play my tournament, and I'm so glad to have you, but I noticed your group, you know, it's coming up on the same day as the finals. Will that interfere? And back then he told me no problem, and I didn't really understand why. I assumed he had simply meant that he was going to get home in time, not that he was going to truck through his group like nobody's business.
I don't know. It has to do with the time commitment. If you have a time commitment in this tournament, you actually get through every group 2-0.
You know, you're right. That seems to be the case. You know, Life, who almost couldn't make it today, no problem. Stork, maybe the magic will work out for him. I don't know. I'm still a little bit bummed we couldn't have Bomber here in the finals. He was definitely one of my favorites personally because big Terran fan. But the thing that's really nice, guys, is just while we get this a little bit of harassment back here, I want to give a big shout out to everyone who did make it to the round of 8 in the first place. You know, Supernova, Life, JYP, Solar already played through. We got Stark versus Byul, and Journey and Hyun still yet to come. I mean, this is like for me a personal dream come true. I know that there's probably better Koreans in some people's mind and different players that they probably would have loved to have seen. But quite frankly, I'm a big fan of all 8 of these guys. Totally stoked that they're here.
For reals. And we are really hoping to get another one of these going, so who knows who we'll get in the future.
Yeah, if we can ever throw another one of these, I would be absolutely thrilled to. I don't know, it's kind of like, will the hype live up to it? We got so many good players for this one. I gotta tell you though, if we ever did do something else in the future in Korea, you know who I would love to get involved more than I think anybody?
Flash, Fantasy, TY.
I know you're saying those guys, but Cure, man, he impressed me so freaking much in the IM Korea qualifiers. I can't even. Like I fell in love with him. No homo.
Yeah, it's It's just very hard to get in contact with Kespa managements.
Yeah. Well, actually, just while we still get the passive opening here, guys, to give this story, people have actually asked me this several times. They're like, you know, Destiny, you had a problem getting Kespa players. How did you get all the players? I guess, like, I don't know if it got brought up on Filtered or whatever, but it's just a simple fact that we cast so many tournaments, we meet these players, we're polite, they're polite, so when we contact them, they've got no problem interacting with us.
I mean, we really didn't get so many Kespa players. I'm just saying.
No, but I'm saying, like, I've got contacts with a lot of Kespa players, but it's just that these are the guys we asked to play.
I feel like we have the Samsung guys, right? It's not the only Kespa players. Original Kespa, I should say.
Well, I mean, we got yeah, these guys here now in the renovation
Stork
stuff.
and Solar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, those two. Like Samsung is the one that like have gone out of their way to go to foreign tournaments and
then you branch off from there. You ask Solar, hey, do you know this person? And he's like, yeah, it gives you like their Skype contact.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, so that definitely explains that.
But it's just a simple matter of being polite, though, guys. It's not like we're like, hey, Solar, here's $50. Give me someone's Skype contact, right? Like, I don't know what people think goes on behind the scenes, but it's just a simple matter of being like incredibly polite to people, and they're polite to you back. You know, the Canadian motto, as it were.
Of course, of course. Now this game is finally starting to heat up. Obviously, it turned into a macro game, but Byul has a lot of lings on the way.
The Phoenixes are an interesting choice, but they're going to be absolutely worthless in this scenario.
Run, sentries, run!
Force fields do go down. He's going to say 2 of them. One does get scumbagged out of the force field forts.
The other 2 aren't going to be saved. He needs to lift them! Whoa, the other one could have been saved if you lift, I'm just saying.
You know what? I forgot about that. Yeah, you can graviton beam your own units. You'll see it rarely once in a blue moon, but...
Well, that too. But there was only 2 lings. I was going to pick up the 2 lings, but you're right too. They could have picked up both sentries.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of more so. But okay, so the Phoenixes right now, guys, they haven't been doing a lot of harass. I mean, they picked up a couple drones so far. Now we got them going back. For Byul, this is why he could afford to go for lings. You know, he wasn't worried about an all-in coming. Zombie Guard was brought up multiple times in the past, but there's kind of some big tells when some play goes Phoenixes. If they're picking up your drones, they're not saving energy for the attack. They're not looking to kill queens. They're not looking to pick up your roaches. If they're just passively picking off drones one at a time, you know they're just trying to harass while they macro at home. And that's precisely Byul reading this series perfectly. You know, he read Stork like a book. Sorry for the cliche, but exactly the way it went down.
Ooh, wow. Okay, I did not expect charge. But directly into charge and High Templars. Very interesting. Now, Stork did try and get that 3rd up, but obviously that's why Byul made all those lings, just to get that sweet, sweet cancel, and he did, and Stork, still a little afraid to try and take it again. He really is not that big of an army. I think a couple of zealots now.
Yeah. There's no roaches for this either, it's just lings. This is actually... This might not work so well for Stork, because we've seen just how well this works. Will the macro actually see this? No! Ooh, so another warp in do, and then he'll probably go for the attack. I don't think he's going to wait for charge, obviously, but Chrono had those level 2 weapon upgrades with +1 as well. He's going to shred through those lings.
Well, that's going to be really effective. I mean, the lings are on the other side of the map. That's really all Byul has besides queens. Well, the 10 roaches are about to pop out. This was very well timed by Byul, but they will, of course, pop out maybe on top of the zealots, which is not what you want. The Phoenix is coming in as well. They could lift up these queens. They should probably lift up all the queens. They wouldn't kill them all, but...
It takes them out of the fight, yeah. No more transfuses to keep the roaches alive. Zealots are doing absolute work here. Those +1 weapons are coming out fantastically, and even the queens starting to go down a little bit. Lifts up the one with the high energy. Actually, pretty smart choice there.
Stork is actually still warping in a lot of zealots. I mean, these roaches are doing the greatest job fighting, and all of the queens. Oh wow, charge is in this fight too.
Now we can actually connect to the roaches that are trying to kite him. This was something that would have been incredibly difficult to do, but this attack is working out pretty fantastically. Phoenix is still standing, lifting up the odd roach or 2. I mean, they don't need to do a lot, but they're doing enough.
Stork is on 8 gateways. This is why he's warping in just so much, and I cannot believe he's actually doing this. This is...
These are 2 big blue balls that are gonna just wreck everything, and I didn't mean anything by that, but I mean seriously, Archons are so much more dangerous for these roaches. The bonus damage, the incredible amount of health they have, roaches are clumps, splash damage should be fantastic.
He needs to pick up, because the Phoenixes are out of energy. You know, maybe they pick up if there's still five roaches in a queue or something.
These guys didn't get lost on the way to the 3rd.
Well, they're checking for a 4th, which is actually kind of a good thing that he said that, well, you don't even have a 4th. That's pretty good.
Oh, he's got enough energy. Graviton beam the queen. There we go.
He's got a lot of queens, man. Like, your control, your loss works better than mine.
Well, I mean, he takes a 3rd behind this. I do feel it's a little bit late. That attack was pretty scary, though. I mean, you got to consider, like, had that been like 4 less roaches, those Archons would have snowballed so hard.
Oh, if he had a sentry. I'm surprised he didn't warp on a sentry with how much he was dedicating to it.
Just force it off the ramp,
Yeah. I don't know.
Arthur it up. But he brings the warp prism back. Byul does not have vision of this, just barely once again.
This seems so obvious to us, you know? Like, how could he not see that? But yeah, it's a one overload over there, please. But Byul maybe focusing a little too much on a potential attack? I don't really think he has enough use to attack.
I like the path lens, by the way. The fungal growth will help clear up the warp prism a lot better too. It'll stop zealots dead in their track. Charge is cool, but if you're fungled, you're not going anywhere. So this is actually a pretty nice choice to go for here. This
is so interesting that Stork opened charge High Templar Archon. Like, it's not completely unheard of, but I mean, we're seeing so many people open with Blink or Colossus. Like, very rarely charge Archon.
Yeah, actually, you know what? It's just thinking back on it. You don't see. I don't think in this tournament we've seen a lot of Colossus in general.
Surprisingly, yes, not a lot.
I think
Arsum
the PvP.
tried.
Yeah, well, we had Arsum in that on Foxtrot, and then like the PvP, and that was pretty much it. But fungal growth and infestor's gonna pair up here nicely. This third base, I think it's gonna go down again. Too many lanes here.
Oh, he recalls. Trade. Oh, well, he's still gonna get the fourth base, so he's gonna be able to kill the army, get the fourth base, lose his own third, but maybe that was okay.
I don't know if that's good. I don't actually know if that's okay, because at this time, it's the third time he's rebuilding it. His economy still isn't where it needs to be. He's got 60 probes, cool, but he's not able to use a good third of them.
I mean, this is okay, so Byul is investing a lot into tech, so that's why his army and his supply isn't very high, but a Zerg player who's on the same supply as a Protoss player, like, and on 3 bases, I mean, I don't know.
Well, we got a Hive on the way, and this is where it starts really changing up. I mean, Zealots have been good so far, but with the melee upgrades, I can only imagine it's going to be either Broodlords or Ultras, and quite frankly, both are good against what Stork currently has. What's it going to be? I'm waiting for that tech to get slapped down.
Ultras. Ultras it is. Oh, a huge charge lot warp in, and the Phoenix is always coming in to help.
Come on, where's the force fields, man? These fungal growths are going to seriously wreck everything here. Zealots are so strong, they're so good, but if they can't move to attack, you know,
and there's so many queens as well. You know, this actually might be a tell a little bit. Like how many queens there are. Has he seen the Ultras Cavern?
Where is the Ultras Cavern? I don't actually know. Oh, they've got third.
Yeah. Okay. So he hasn't seen the Ultras Cavern, but seeing so many queens with such high energy, he might be. That might be a tell. I don't think paying that much attention.
He's got a pretty good immortal count, though. I mean, there's been no roaches, so he hasn't overproduced them, but 3's pretty comfortable to have right now.
And Archons already? Like, he's not... It's not like a...
Again. Zombie grub, no!
We can warp in some force fields? No, maybe? No?
It's gonna go down again.
Okay, well, now this is a little bit worrying. Although, you know, Byul has never been given a fourth either, so they're consistently on what is supposed to happen, which is, you know, Zerg being up 1 base.
Oh, you know what? That's actually a pretty good point, because Byul, he should have a bank. He's going to Ultras, and he's only going to be able to make maybe 3 or 4.
And I don't even like the choice of Ultras. Stork has everything that you would get. You know, it's only, like, Ultras are only really effective, or... I shouldn't say that. Ultras are only that surprise effectiveness, like crush your army effectiveness, when it's like Blinksock or Colossus. Yeah. Not immortal.
I would have liked to have seen a reinvestment into that Warp Prism too. I mean, that was getting some pretty nice harass. Draw the whole army out, kill the 4th. Draw the whole army out, kill the 5th. I mean, that's kind of the way Stark's been playing it out. But that's kind of now he's moving towards that Death Ball stage. There's no storms. I don't know why he's keeping these Templar alive. I guess worried about feedbacks. Yeah. Feedback's
the infestors. That's actually what's a lot of Byul is depending on, is in, you know, fungling the charge lots, fungling the army in a big clump so the Ultras can get us around. It's a pretty scary army for Stork, but Byul, his Ultras are about to pop out. You know, Stork attacked like a minute sooner, the Ultras popping out like...
I don't know if the Ultras can be that big of a deal.
It's hard to say. If they get a surround...
The third again!
Just take him to the 3rd, Stork.
Should we call it the 3rd or should we call it the 7th? I mean, seriously.
Oh, I didn't even get it canceled.
This is like Doctor Who, guys.
You know, it's just a matter of having, like, you know, the mothership right there. Would have been so useful.
It was not arranged to recall. Yeah, that kind of sucks. If you bust on through, this is going to be like that all in out of Stork, and this is not a situation I think he's comfortable with. I mean, you're down 1 in a series. You're forced to go for this attack. He's got the tools to deal some serious damage.
You know, I think
what is your
Stork
walk away?
attacks into this.
Like,
yeah, I'm not sure why Stork ran away from that. Like, that was a choke. I mean, the Ultras would be going down. I thought that would have been really good.
Even with a lot of transfuses, Immortals are not like, they're not like things like Zealots or Stalkers, guys. Their damage isn't consistent. It's bursty.
This is okay, too, though. I mean, he gets a 4th. Yeah. He still can find that same choke. More High Templars would have been awesome, though. You know, feedback more of the Infestors, but also the Queens.
So here's what's kind of bugging me about Stork, right? This base has been killed umpteenth times, but we've never really had a full SimCity wall off here to prevent it.
Yeah, to the left.
Whether it's a line of gateways here, whether it's a line of gateways up here, I mean, it's Lings that are killing the base is what's got to be so frustrating for him. Because it's not roaches coming to finish it, it's always Lings and Lings and more Lings.
Yeah. You know, if Byul was playing this, like, if he was trying to end the game with an army rather than to get all of this tech, I actually feel pretty good about Stork, but unfortunately he's going for a lot of tech, so not only Ultras but also the Broodlords, and I don't think Stork has actually seen this. So he has nothing to deal with these Corruptors and Broodlords that are coming
That's
out.
right. I mean, the Stalkers do have Blink, so maybe the logic is you try and Blink under them, right? Focus them down, we've seen that before. Maybe the Archons have the splash damage he needs, but that's a big maybe. That is a serious maybe.
It all depends on the positioning. We've seen lots of Zerg players mess up the T3 control. You know, they go into a choke, the Broodlords lag behind while they go and defend a base, stuff like that always happens. That's what Stork's gotta hope for. Because he says, you know, even if he knew it was coming, does he even have the economy to get, like, Tempests? Probably not.
Standard 23 minutes, debris plates being removed. No biggie. Okay, so you take a base over here. He heard you.
Lings,
or something.
Lings.
I don't know. No! And these have adrenal glands! These have adrenal glands!
More SimCity,
actually, I think
please.
He might. No, he's...
He actually pulled the probes into this. Oh, he's good. He's good. He's okay.
Well,
Panic.
yeah, the Zealot Warp is gonna get it. Those first couple got wrecked though. Adrenal gland Lings, guys, against low amounts of units are so fantastic. You know, where force fields don't work, rocks certainly do, so those limits to where the Ultras can come in from.
Oh, he's gonna be super disappointed when he sees Broodlords. Oh, this Observer's gonna see it first. Okay, good.
This is almost like when a Terran player going mech sees Mutas.
Oh
like,
my god, this army is terrifying, mostly because of all the queens. Yeah.
Transfuse is like crazy.
Oh, bro. Oh, he gets the Mothership 4!
Time Warp goes down. Of course, Ultras don't really care. And Immortal. Oh, these abducts.
Nope, nope, nope.
Here's the scumbag Templar. Like, oh, hey guys.
Did you save any Corruptors?
Hey, did I miss anything? Okay, we'll see the Broodlords get working. Feedbacks the Overseers, not the right choice. That needed to be on the Infestors. That needed to be on the Queens.
The Ultras are going down. Oh, they would go down so much faster if these Queens weren't here transfusing them. They blink forward into the Broodlords, but they just get decimated. Oh my god.
He'll clean up the Ultras, but at the cost of everything else. There's just nothing to stop the Broodlords.
He had any amount of anti-air. Oh, he would actually
avoid Ray, even.
Yeah, well, the Queens are there.
Yeah, there's Queens actually, yeah, even at the point. But still, okay, he's starting to pick them off. I mean, there's not a whole hell of a lot. And when they haven't recharged, it's only one Broodling at a time. So maybe he holds. Oh my god, with those Queens, with those transfuses, the Immortals are doing work,
but... can save the Immortals! Oh no. GG.
Byul will take the series 2-0. That's Zerg dominance!
And so far we have a ZVP, and coming up is another TBZ.
ZVT or ZVZ as the semifinals down here. One of the two. Alright guys, we're